Good morning students and welcome you all for today's literature class. Students, in my last session that was on Saturday, I completed lesson 13. That was a poem Greatness. Okay, the lesson is fully completed means reading, explanation and the summary given to you. Okay, and I very hope that you people have completed the lesson in the copy, written very correctly and properly in order. So students, today I will start with the new lesson, that is lesson 14. I'll go with the new lesson, that is lesson 14. The lesson 14 is a voyage to Brobdingnag. A voyage to Brobdingnag. Okay, this is a poem. This is a lesson by Jonathan Swift's book. This is an extract taken from Jonathan Swift's book, and the book name is Gulliver's Travels. So today I am going to start with this new lesson, that is Gulliver's Travels. Okay. So the lesson name is a voyage. What's the meaning of voyage? Voyage means a long journey by ship or space. Okay, a long journey by ship or space. Especially voyage word we use for the sea journey. Okay. So this Brobdingnag is the name of the place where he reached. Who reached? Gulliver's. When I will read the lesson, then you will come to know. So this Brobdingnag is a place where giant size of people living over there. Okay, and this is an extract taken from Jonathan Swift's book. The name of the book is Gulliver's Travels. So in this lesson today I am going to read all about that you are going to learn, or I am going to read, is all about Gulliver's in a land of giants. Gulliver's in the land of giants. As I told you, this is the place where the giants type people are inhabited. Okay. So this lesson which I am going to read is all about the Gulliver's in the land of giants. So now student, please look in your book. I am going to start the reading as well, the explanation. So you will come to know about this, who was Gulliver. I will read from the book that about Gulliver is given in the book. So I will start, once I will start reading, I will read that also, who was Gulliver and how he used to travel. Okay, he was a sailor. So I just go reading, with reading you will come to know about him. So please all now look in your book, open your book, page number 114, 114. Just open your book. Students, I am going to start the reading of this lesson 14. Please you all look in your book. A voyage to Brobdingnag. This is voyage meaning I gave you just now. Again I am telling you, voyage means a long journey by sea or spacecraft. Okay. So here now I am going to start the reading of the lesson as I told you. Gulliver was a sailor who loved to go sailing in the seas. However, every time he went on a voyage, he would get separated from the other sailors and go on to see the most strange sights and live among very different kinds of people. So this Gulliver, he was a sailor and he used to sail every time with other people, and when he goes to some island, he make him separated from others and then go and see the strange sights and live among the people of that place. In his first adventure, he landed at Lilliput a land where all the people were about as high as his thumb. He was a giant among them. He made many friends and enemies in this land and its neighboring country, Blefuscu. Here the spelling is wrong, printed. The spelling is B-L-E, Blefuscu. Finally, he had an opportunity to get away and return to England. So, students, his first adventure was to the land of Lilliput. Okay, Lilliput is an island. Both are Blefuscu and Lilliput, both are island, fictional island, countries, nations that appear in the first part of the novel Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. Okay. Here in Lilliput, the people who were there was the only height of the Gulliver's thumb. So short they were. Okay. So Gulliver here, he just made friends and enemies both. Finally, he had an opportunity to go away and return to England. Sometime later, the thirst for adventure made him start off on another voyage. Let us read all about the strange land he visited then. So now, the next adventure is there, where he went and what the experience to him, that is now in the lesson. Now please children, listen very carefully. It is an interesting story. It is an interesting lesson. Okay. I was very happy to be back in England after my adventures in Lilliput and Blefuscu. I often thought about the two countries. I hoped they were not fighting each other again. My next voyage began when I took a job on the ship Adventure. There was a big storm and a terrible wind. The wind blew the ship, of course, and we did not know where we were. Then one of the sailors saw that we are near land. We needed some fresh water, so some of us decided to take the ship's boat to the land. So here this Gulliver, he was very happy to be back in England, and next again for the voyage he started. So when the next voyage started, he got the job on the ship Adventure. Okay. So there was a big storm when they were sailing on that, a terrible wind, and the wind blew the ship at the side off, and they were not knowing where they were. Then one sailor said that we are near the land. So we needed some water that time, and they needed some water that time. And so some of decided to take a ship boat to the land. When we came to the beach, we could not see any houses. I walked a little distance, but there was no sign of a village or town. This Gulliver, he came down of the ship and he was searching house, but there was no house. There were not a single house he would see. And there were no sign of any village or town. He walked for some distance also. Now next page. No one lives here. I thought. I was disappointed, and I turned to walk back to the boat. Then I saw the other sailors were already in our boat. They were going away from the land very fast, and there was a huge creature following them in the water. The sailors were very frightened. I watched as they took the boat back to the ship. Now I was alone and I was frightened. I was afraid of the huge creature. I ran away from the beach. I ran to the top of a hill, and then I had a surprise. Other all creatures, they all other all sailors, they saw one huge creature, and because of frightened they went back. But this Gulliver, he was remained over there alone, and he's telling he was frightened and he was afraid to see that creature. And where he ran to the top of the hill. There he was very surprised to see. What he surprised to see? Now here, listen. There were fields here, but they were not ordinary fields of corn and grass. Everything was very big. Then I saw a man, but he was as tall as a church. The corn was much taller than me, and I hid in it. Then he saw the field over there, and in the field he saw some ordinary field. It was not like some ordinary fields of corn and grass. Everything was having height. Then he saw a man, and the man's height was as tall as a church. He compared with the church. He was having so much height. The corn was also much taller than him. So he hid over there. The giant called some other people. They were all giants too. They began to cut the corn where I was hiding. I was very scared and I cried out loudly. The first giant heard my cry and he stopped work. He looked at the corn and then he looked at the ground. He saw me. He reached down and picked me up. He held me between his fingers and looked at me for a while. I was very frightened to be so high in the air. I thought he would throw me onto the ground. I spoke to him to show that I was a man like him. He seemed pleased that I could speak. Then I used sign to explain that his fingers were hurting my sides. He understood what I wanted to say, and he put me gently in his pocket. He carried me to the farm. Then what happened, students? This Gulliver, he was so afraid over there. He was just hid over there. Where he hid himself? In the corn. Okay? Corn and grass were there. The corn was much taller and he was hid over there. So he saw one giant, called some other people there, and then they started cutting this. And when they heard they heard the sound of Gulliver, then they stopped there. He just looked at the corn and then he looked at the ground. He saw me. This giant saw him. And what he did, he just took him in his hand and kept in his pocket. Now next, look at this, he said. He put his hand in his pocket and took me out. What do you think it is? He asked. The farmer looked at me for a moment. He put me on the ground and studied me carefully for a moment. He looked at my clothes, which he seemed to think were a natural part of my body. So when he looked at this, he said, that giant, he carried him to the farm. Him means Gulliver. And then when he reached to the farm, he took out Gulliver from his pocket and asked to others that, what do you think it is? The farmer looked at him so for a moment and was surprised. He put me on the ground and studied. This giant, he put this Gulliver from his pocket on the ground and they were studying. He looked at the clothes which he was wearing. It was a natural part of the body. It's an animal, he said, but I don't know what kind of animal. What he said? It is an animal, the giant said. For whom? For Gulliver. I don't know, but which kind of animal? I am not an animal, I shouted. I am a man like you. Then Gulliver, when he heard that this giant is saying that this man is an animal, then Gulliver heard and shouted, no, I am not an animal, I am a man like you. I walked backward and forward in front of the farmer and his men. I wanted to show them that I would not run away. They sat on the ground around me and watched me with interest. I took off my hat, then I pulled out my money and gave it to him. He looked at the money for a while, but he did not know what it was. Then I tried to speak to him. Then what happened? This Gulliver, he was very much scared by seeing all that. He just walked backward, forward, just to in front of the farmer, just to tell them that I am a man like them. He wanted to show that he can run. He would not run. Okay? He wanted to show them that he would not run away. And all the farmers who were there just sat down there on the ground around him. Okay? He took out his hat from his head and he put out his money from the pocket and gave him. But the giant person, he looked at money for some while and then he did not know that what it was. Then he tried to speak. He tried to speak means Gulliver tried to speak that giant who brought him in the farm. It can speak, the farmer said. I don't know what it is, but I think I'll keep it. The farmer took me to his house. Everybody was eating dinner when we arrived. The farmer asked his wife what she thought of me. At first, she thought I was a horrible little insect. She was frightened of me, like English ladies are frightened of spiders. Then, when she saw that I understood what was happening, she lost her fear, so soon became a good friend. Then this giant, he brought this Gulliver in his house, where everyone was taking dinner. And who showed? Giant. He showed his wife that, can you guess what it is? First, his wife thought that he was a horrible insect. And she was frightened, like when ladies, they see a spider and they get frightened. But when she understood that this person can speak, this insect can speak, then the frighten gone and she became the friend of Gulliver. Okay? So all have turned the page? Now, the farmer put me on the table and he gave me something to eat and drink. The farmer's son, who was about 10 years old, then reached forward and picked me up. He held me in the air by my legs and I was very frightened. So what happened? The farmer put him on the table and he gave something to eat and drink. And some later, the farmer's son came and what he did, he just picked him up and he held him in the air by his legs. And Gulliver, he was very much frightened. The farmer was angry with his son and ordered him to put me down. Then he slapped his son very hard on the ear and told him to leave the table. I remembered how children can be cruel to little animals, and I decided to make a friend of the boy. I used signs to show the farmer that I wanted him to forgive his son. The farmer smiled and told his son to return to the table. So, this farmer means the person who brought this Gulliver to his house. He was very angry to see his son, that how his son lifted him up and he just slapped to his son and said to leave the table and go. But Gulliver, he wanted to make friend to this boy, just make a friend to that boy. He just indicate farmer to just forgive him and call him back to the table. Then farmer, he understood and he called his son back to the table. When he had sat down again, I went to the boy and I kissed his hand. The family cat came into the room during dinner. I was very scared of this huge animal, but I was determined not to show my fear. I walked up and down in front of the animal for a while, and this enormous cat seemed frightened of me. Then the nurse brought in the baby of the family. Then the nurse brought in the baby of the family, who was about 1 year old. The baby saw me and wanted to play with me. It put me into its mouth, and I thought it would eat me. I cried out very loudly, and the baby dropped me. Luckily, her mother caught me, or I would have been killed in the fall. So what happened here, students? When this farmer called his son back to the table on the request of Gulliver, then this Gulliver, he just sat down again. When he had sat down again, he just kissed the boy's hand. And then came the cat. The family cat was there. This Gulliver, he was very frightened of this huge animal, but he determined not to show that he is in fear. Then after, a nurse came to that place, and she came with a baby who was only 1 year old. The baby saw me means Gulliver, and wanted to play with him. And what the baby did? He put him into his mouth. And what Gulliver thought that now he is finished. But the baby cried very loudly, and the baby dropped him out. And by the time he was out of the mouth, the mother caught him and he was saved. Okay, students? After dinner, the farmer's wife put me on to her bed to sleep. She covered me with a handkerchief, and I soon fell asleep. Then after a dinner, this farmer's wife, she took it to the room and made him sleep. Made him sleep means made Gulliver sleep on her bed. And how she covered? She covered with the handkerchief, and soon Gulliver fell asleep. Okay, students. So now this much I'll finish today, and now the leftover part of this lesson, this story, I will tell you, means I will read and explain you tomorrow. So till then, take care. Bye, students. Tomorrow we'll meet in my next session, that is Tuesday. Okay, students? Take care. Bye.